history of the game we all love.
Super cool. I saw a setup for every single game there. Just really awesome.
Did you stare longingly at the Smash 4 setup?
No, definitely not. I'll be honest, man. I'm full wave dash build, bro. It's HDR or bust for me these days.
Hey.
I saw Brawl. All right, I saw Ivysaur, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, right.
I haven't saw Ivysaur in a long time.
That nair.
I like that.
That super long range back air that
Got to
did
hear
like
the-
3 damage.
Oh, jeez. I got to hear the Audi for mod. You know, the Brawl theme.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. That's a legendary song. I'll be honest, Ultimate, worst main theme in the series.
100%.
I don't think I'm going to disagree with that.
Yeah, Smash 4 is low-key a banger. It's like not as memorable, but this one is just the same like 4 bars of music over and over again. Dude, Jesus Christ, what is going on?
It's like night and day.
In 10 seconds, while we were still talking about the Brawl main theme, Hungrybox 0 to deathing his opponent, Matcelo, the Bowser. This is not a matchup I think you want to find yourself fighting. Puff can destroy this character off stage. And I guess just combo the hell out of him. But she does, of course, die in like 3 hits, so we might see a little reversal of fortunes if Hungrybox drops the neutral.
He's able to just sit there and make Matcelo see
Oh,
was
no.
force an error. Oh my gosh.
Oh, no.
Wow, rest out of shit.
Wow.
Yeah, H-Bot said, you thought perish? I said perish song. There you go, getting the sleep in. Take that stock. Oh, upbeat counter, forcing H-Bots out and away. Bowser does have insane burst potential, insane comeback potential as well, having a chance to get the reversals, but H-Bot's just smothering this King Koopa-sized opponent.
Wow, that's ridiculous. I'll be honest, I did not think that rush that would kill at 90. I did not expect that since Bowser's like the heaviest character in the game.
Yeah, I think since it's a vertical kill move, you know, your fall speed does come into play as well. And Bowser is pretty floaty, especially compared to like DDD.
That's true.
I'd imagine DDD might live rest longer than anybody else in the whole game.
He caught him with the
No
time.
way!
God. 3 rests, 3 stocks.
You
Hungrybox
Wow.
with a 112% too, yo. If you guys don't know the legends, check out Streets 112 on YouTube. Best speed run of all time. But I digress. Hungrybox just cooked this man. Now he's
Top
looking at
5
his
GOAT
controller
right
like
here,
it's
man.
not working or something. I don't know, bro. I think he's doing the job.
I think that rest should have caught him earlier. So, oh, hey, we're getting some instant action, which is nice for me because I like the character. I play. That's my main. So oh, we went with the ugliest color, though. That's sad. Nevertheless,
Yeah, I need to see purple, man.
Game 2, and see if the character swap's going to do any favors for Matcelo. I mean, sometimes you just have to just sit there and take the reset. But
Well, this-
sometimes the top player difference. Isn't that right, Hack?
Yeah, no, for real. The edge guarding in this matchup was definitely worse than Bowser, too. Like, I don't know if this is the best switch. Oh, no.
Oh, Jesus
You
Christ.
cannot land on this character.
No, especially not with like the thigh of instant fair. It just there's no disjoint. There's just no recourse there. You look at the cross chop to force H-Bot's back to ledge. H-Bot's immediately throwing feet right at Matcelo, just responding with hitboxes.
I feel like you're going to run into so many of the same problems in this matchup as you would with Bowser versus Puff, right? You're just easy to combo, big target, tough in the recovery department for both of them as well. I think Incineroar has more options in terms of like mixing up his recovery, but the distance that Bowser can go is probably greater overall.
You can control a bit more with Fire Breath, but Matcelo didn't really use that much. Part of it is also you can kind of like read where Jigglypuff wants to be, go for jump side B attempts, but sometimes you have that stouted out, and H-Box is a good stout.
Yeah, for real. Oh no, the Pound catching that ledge roll too. I love how he was covering like that 2-frame area, right? And then when you sense that from your opponent, you're scared. You want to roll to center, but he was all over it.
And even with
the aerial mobility. to
And
get it
even
done.
with the whiff, he forced a grab in that situation. He had a hole there. He took full advantage of it too, and it's just stringing Matcelo out and along. You don't want to be out there if you're instant whatsoever. The shield, drill. Oh,
I thought it was over.
No, I think he knew he'd live. You know, he's just trying to get that extra damage. H-Box very tuned into the percents where rest will kill. I feel like I rarely see him go for one that doesn't finish a stock.
I actually think he could have gone for a rest right there in that scramble situation.
Yeah,
He
same.
would have actually caught. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, you do get that invincibility on the beginning of that move, right? And it covers a pretty solid area around Puff to break combos. Huge risk associated with the hold on. Matcelo starting to turn back up.
He might have woken up, but oh, it's stuff
well,
fair rest.
Yep. Hey, if they don't hit you far away enough or into enough hit stun for the combo to be guaranteed, that's exactly what Puff can do. Much like how, I don't know, Bayonetta can throw a Witch Time out, right? Except rest is way faster than Witch Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, instant is basically like a giant water balloon sometimes. When he's out there in space, he'll just get struck by something that doesn't have like insane knockback, and you can go for a whole slew of maneuvers that aren't necessarily true on most of the cast.
Right.
Poor Big Cat.
Also want to point out, HBox, I believe, is one of the streams for this event as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Big props to him, man. Yeah, coming through, supporting the scene out here. Of course, one of the biggest, I think he is the biggest solo streamer in Smash these days. I mean, we're not going to count Ludwig. He's certainly transcended
100%.
the Smash community. But yeah, HBox with a huge channel and lending into this event. Love to see that. Now I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Who do you think is better between Bowser and Incineroar?
Bowser.
So I used to think Bowser, but like SkyJ's been changing my mind.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
I think
it's been kind of hard.
In the 2023 meta, I would certainly give the edge to Incineroar. He has some of the best normals in the game. The recovery is deceptively better than people think, at the very least. And, of course, he's got results, right? But we have Leon in the building, too. So there's a realistic chance that Leon and SkyJ meet in bracket. I don't know, like, where their seeds fall or how likely it is, but it could happen.
I would love to see it.
So sorry about that. So just to let you guys know, those two tussled at the pre-local.
They did.
And Leon came out ahead 3-0. It was very funny. Like SkyJ would just win neutral to start out each game and like rack up like 90%, and then he would like slightly whiff at fair or like slightly miss a side B call out, and then immediately Leon's like, "Cool, fair, fire breath at ledge. You are dead meat off stage." It was just a lot of. It was like, "Oh, you got heavied." The heavy got heavy.
Yeah, true. And how do you learn the matchup against either of those characters, really, especially at the level that SkyJ and Leon play? So I'm not speaking on the head-to-head, but I think overall I would give the slight edge to Incineroar, which maybe a year or definitely 2 years ago, pretty much no one would say that.
Yeah, I actually 100% agree, simply because like the up air, Incineroar's up air is actually really good. It's really good at juggling.
Yes.
And then he has a counter that makes all his moves stronger and deal more damage.
Yeah, and of course the side B, man, that kills way earlier than Bowser's does. You got to be in the corner for it to really be as deadly as possible. But I don't know, man. I think that character's so underrated, and I'm glad we finally got a top rep to show us what he's made
too,
of.
Yeah. I love seeing SkyJ play. There's a lot of other players that are kind of like showing their stuff. There's like a whole meme legacy around Tempa Man from Japan, who like beat Shuton round 1 with Incin at like a Japanese tourney. So there's like I saw an article about it as well. There's some other players that are doing well. Actually, I think we saw a couple of Incins get PR'd in their state for the first time this past season. Shout out to Shane, who got PR'd in Georgia, which is not easy
That's
to get
a tough
PR'd.
region, man. Yeah,
really
good.
Also, shout outs to Turtle King, who got PR'd in
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it was MDVA or if they've separated it again or whatnot, but I think it was MDVA.
I think they have a collective PR. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. And lots of big cat mains out there, but I wouldn't lose hope if you play Bowser in this game. I think that I think the length of this game, as we're kind of in the late meta for it, players are starting to develop the kinds of mentalities that allow them to do well in tourney setting. Also, there's something to be said about about fighting a heavy in bracket. It's almost like a tourney handicap when you run into a heavy. It's just like, oh, I beat these guys on Elite Smash all the time. Why can't I beat this dude at the local that's playing this heavy? And like that's like a slight little handicap that people talk about. You have Bowser Fair is maybe one of the best moves in the game, just like where it reaches up and above, and you have like easy baked in, almost comparable to Game & Watch Oil